How's it going, everyone? My name's Omar. Welcome back to That Mill podcast. We are back with another week of the Championship Prediction League with news at Den. Of course, if you've not seen these previously, we are putting up the second place prize, which is a signed jersey, home or away, by us, That Mill podcast. So this year we're playing along with the predictions, as always. Let's go to last week and see how I did. I don't think we actually made a video in the end for this, did we? Didn't miss much. Only got 3 points out of what a possible probably about 45. Not the greatest predictions from me again. But, the previous week before that, when we uploaded the video, I think I'd done a little bit better. There you go. In the midweek special, during the week there, I got 1 out of 3 there. But I've been terrible at these predictions, basically. My goal this season solely is to beat Mickey from our podcast, obviously. And it's not going well at the minute. I think I'm down in 57th place with 17 points, whereas Mickey's further up, I believe. Where is he? Here he is on 28 with 25 points. I mean, not going great whatsoever. I think Kai's in here as well. I think he's under KB 32. He's doing a lot better. He's on 33. I mean, Kai, you might actually win second place prize at this point and might do us a favour. So it's not going great for me whatsoever. I know that. And time to buck up my ideas. So without further ado, let's look at my predictions for this weekend. Obviously, the Championship is now 4 games into the season. Things are starting to take shape a little bit. Hopefully, predictions can get a bit easier for myself anyway. By my standards, I probably just want 6 points. I don't care what everyone else gets up to. But yeah, here are my predictions. 2 lunchtime games today. Cardiff versus Bristol City and Derby versus Nottingham Forest. I've gone for a home win in the Cardiff game, 2-0 victory. Obviously, Cardiff beat us quite comfortably last week in the end. 3 set pieces, 3 goals. I think it'll be a similar sort of story today. They'll probably battle Bristol City in the air, win their home game and probably, cement their place in the playoffs. A 2-0 victory there for Mick McCarthy's side. Derby versus Nottingham Forest. I mean, Forest are the surprise package this season for the wrong reasons. A lot, was kind of hoped of Chris Hughton's side. But I think they'll get their first point of the season away in their derby, the Brian Clough derby, I think, as we will call it for ourselves, against Derby, who obviously, done a bit better than a lot of people thought, really. Almost resurgent in a way there. I'm going to go for Barnsley, Birmingham. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. I think the 2 teams will just cancel each other out. Birmingham obviously had a really good start to the season. I think they won 5-0 against Luton last weekend. They're just really putting up trees in the right areas, and Lee Bowie's got them singing on the same hymn sheet there. So I think a good draw away from home would be good for them there. Fulham to beat Stoke 2-1. Fulham obviously just that class above. Beat us quite comfortably. They've had some good results so far. I think they'll beat a Stoke side that, under Michael O'Neill seems to have improved a bit. But I think 2-1 for Fulham is quite comfortable there for them. Huddersfield Reading, I've gone for 0-0. Just a board draw. Reading obviously on 18th position here in the league table. I've gone for Hull Bournemouth. I've gone for Bournemouth to win 2-0. I think Hull obviously have done okay. They're on 3 points, but I think Bournemouth are just going to be too much for them. I'm going to back Sheffield United to get their first win of the season away at Luton. Tricky prediction this one, but I think, Sheffield United, they need to turn a corner at some point. They've got enough quality in their side against a Luton side that, a lot of people will rate and fancy as well, but I think Sheffield United's know-how might eventually come to good, and hopefully this weekend that's the case. I've gone for Middlesbrough to beat Blackburn Rovers 1-0, and also obviously for Millwall game, I've gone us to win 2-0. Yeah, I hope we do win today. We desperately need that win. Obviously, languishing in 21st place. Blackpool are 22nd. And, it's a real kind of 6-pointer vibe, even though it's 4 games into the season. It's unbelievable to really say, to be honest. The likelihood is it's probably going to be another draw today. But I've got to go with my heart and say 2-0 Millwall, and hopefully we do the business today. Preston versus Swansea City. I've gone for 1-1 draw. QPR to beat Coventry 2-0. And finally, West Brom, who've just signed Jason Mullenby last night on loan with a view to permanent from Brighton, sorry. I'm going to go for West Brom to win 3-1. They've signed some good players, really. I think they signed Jordan Hugo in the week as well. They've got unbelievable firepower up front. Ken Tahor, I'm taking the piss there. But Matt Phillips, Jordan Hugo, Callum Robinson, real class. And, under Veli Ismail, they're just going to go from strength to strength. They did lose 6-0 in the week to Arsenal in the Cup. But again, that was a really rotated side from them. I think they made 11 changes, if I'm not mistaken. So, I think their priority this season is very well and truly on the league, and who can blame them? Priority is to get back in the Premier League, and I'm sure Ismail might actually do that this year with them. That's the predictions for this week. I think there's no more. There isn't. Then it's on to the international break afterwards. So we're going to have a couple-week break from this, obviously, but I wanted to get this video out this morning. I'm really confident that, Mill can hopefully just turn around and do the business today. I'll be down there with Mickey, and I'm looking forward to it. And if you are there today, be sure to pop in and say hello. If you see us, I don't know where you're going to pop into, but, be sure to grab us and say hello if you do see us around the den. And so, yeah, we're looking forward to it. I think I was going to do a squad selector. Should I do one? Let's do one. Right. Oh, then I'll give you my prediction for Mill's team today as well, then, in which case, whilst I'm here. 5 at the back, probably going to continue, isn't it, under Gary Rowett? He's got to stick to his guns like he did against Cambridge the other night. I'm going to go Bart Bielkowski in goal. I'm going to go Jake Cooper left side centre half. Obviously, I think his form is a bit questionable at the minute, but I think Cooper obviously needs these games. I think he will come good, and he's a reliable head normally. Obviously, last week against Cardiff wasn't his greatest showing for us in recent years, but I'm sure he'll come back from that today. Central defence in the middle, I'm going to go for Murray Wallace. Obviously, no Sean Hutchinson, Alex Pearce available, and Alex Mitchell. But I think Murray Wallace is just decent in that position. He can sweep up, and I think he will play on this position today. Right centre half, I'm going to go with Daniel Ballard. Again, been solid, consistent, and he seems to have been a bright spark considering, he's a loanee. Not really anticipated a lot from him, to be honest, in pre-season. Obviously, a lot of people rated him. He's quite tall, physical, but he's also good with the ball at his feet. Right wing back, no Danny Mack, no Marlon Romeo, supposedly. Both are injured now. So it's going to be, for me, Billy Mitchell, who isn't actually on this prediction bit because I didn't expect him to be there. So what we'll do is put Billy Mitchell right wing back here. I'll just drag him, and then I'll put a central midfielder in. So Billy Mitchell, right wing back. I think, he played there on Tuesday night, played there a couple seasons ago when he first came into the side during lockdown, when football first returned. I think, he's going to be that solid outlet on the right-hand side. He'll give it his all, and we need that kind of performance from Billy today, and I'm sure he'll impress the fans at the Den today. Left wing back, Scott Malone, no arguments there. And then we'll go into the middle of the park. I think it's going to not work, is it? Interesting. Can I put someone else in there? Right. Let's work this out. I'll get it sorted. So for the midfield three, I think he'll continue with George Evans in there. I think, he's not done anything wrong, but he's not done much great. A lot of people say, and I'm probably the same as them. But I think, George Evans is a solid midfielder, physical. I mean, with Mitchell playing right wing back, the options in the middle are quite limited now in that sense as well. Keithton Bell, George Saville in the middle as well. And without further ado, of course, Benik Afobe and Jed Wallace up top. That's my predicted 11 that Gary Rowett will go for today. If you've got your predictions, leave them in the comments below. If you're going down the dead, let us know. I look forward to it, like I said, and hopefully, just hopefully, Mill will do the business today. Thank you for watching, guys, and we will see you soon.